5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
First curated event.
Yes.
First curated event. First event. I'm kind of responsible for bringing into a venue in Bushwick, where I grew up at. It's been hectic getting a venue. Like venues turning me down around the corner from where I grew up at.
Yeah.
And shout out to Secret Pour for hosting us.
Beautiful.
Last night we had the first ever catalog clash, and it was a vibe. Reem is host of the year. Y'all think he was something at the watch party? You ain't see this man in a suit with a chain.
Yeah, that's
he was the only one in there with a suit, and he was rocking. He had that place lit. Shout out to everybody who came out. This is something that I've been planning for a while, and with the Guil Collective, like we made shit work.
Proud of you,
and it was a vibe. Super proud of myself. Like we don't get enough chances to say like, yo, I'm proud of me.
Yes,
I'm proud of me. I am proud of me. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what we accomplished last night. It was a successful event, and ain't no stopping me. Podcast going up, catalog clash going up, music going up. We need Super Bowl next week. I'm in Vegas next week.
We need that new Marc-Baze. It's been a minute. The EP I still bump, but we need a single to set the tone for how you feeling in this current situation.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like we need a tell all. It don't gotta be, bro. I tell you to your face.
Yeah.
I stream your music like no other. Like
that and Usher, because apparently he had Usher on his playlist today. So
I had to. It was recent. Yo, I was listening to Usher and Chris Brown yesterday, trying to figure out like, okay, is it a clear cut that Usher gonna win? And I said to myself, man, I don't know. But in reality, I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. I'm honored that you are, like, you really look at me as like a good host, because I was nervous as shit.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the next one. Make sure y'all pop out to the next one. Women's History Month, and it's gonna be a vibe.
Facts. What's your entrance music mood of the week, right?
This week I'm going with Edge's Metalingus because there's been a lot of changes that's been happening at the job. I lost one of my homies to another hospital. Shout out to my girl Reyes. Been friends for over 30 years, and now been working with each other for over 9, side by side. She's been like, early on my mentor. Then after coming up in the department of psychiatry, we both started learning and teaching each other things. And it's unfortunate because we lost her because the management is just stupid, and they don't want to give her the position that she deserved. So she got it somewhere else. So shout out to my girl Reyes. And on this day I see clearly, because now motherfuckers in this place, man, and in the work environment, they're, as they always say, you're replaceable.
Yeah.
You put in the time and the years and the experience to get you where you want to go, and you're looking for advancements. So now that I see that she's going out the door, it's starting to make me think about what's my next move, what's my next chess move. So so Edge's Metalingus, that's my theme of the week.
I feel like
I ain't gonna lie. I saw that post that you posted. It was really heartfelt, man. I know that one stung to you, man.
Yeah, man. Like, like I said, she brought me in when people doubted like whether I could do the job and shit, because newbie coming from somewhere else. Like she told the crew, she told everybody, nah, he's from the hood, he gets down. Like, he know how to handle himself. And that opened up the door for a lot of people accepting me. And then after that, she brought me into the fold as well as a union rep. Now I'm a shop steward there, even though I didn't want to do this shit. But now it's like, now I pick up her heavyweight workload and shit. So it's a good look for her, man. And I told her she needed to do that. She's been in the facility for almost 25 years. And now, I told her, I said, no, I know you're gonna be scared, but you know what? You got to do this.
Yeah.
This is the move you got to make.
Change is necessary sometimes.
Especially if you got retirement coming soon. You want to go out with that big money, man. And if they ain't gonna give it to you there, you're gonna get it for somewhere else. So, yeah, it's crazy.
What a great guy you are.
I try to be.
You posted that to your page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and then it goes across the board when it comes to that, and I could also tie it to a lot of shit, and I mentioned too about the wrestling business as well. Like I be on the peripheral of it because I see a lot of dudes who are in the podcasting game who are trying to really dive head into it, and they're just being marks and being used as marks. And I ain't gonna lie, early on, like I wanted to get that kind of feel too, get my toe into it to see what it was. But then when you start hearing the stories, you hang out with a couple of fellas, you see the promoters and stuff like that. It's like you start seeing clearly that just as what happens in the ring is fake, everything outside of it is fake too. Like it's very convoluted when it comes to how promoters treat you, how they act with you. People who say that they're your peoples, that they, hey, yo, once I get on, you will get on kind of thing. And then all of a sudden they start changing on you. And now they don't know you anymore. Now, like those little promises that were made, they were all just words and shit. So, like Ed's theme says, I see clearly now that a lot of, it's not the ring moves that are fake. It's the people that's involved in it that's fake.
That's a bar.
Yeah. So
that's a.
So it's something that right now, especially like it may sound bitter, but I'm not bitter. It's just like I know a lot of
it's the reality.
Individuals who fake with their connections with you as a person.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, it's like you kind of get the feeling that they playing you or trying to play you, but at the same time, you're just sitting there like, all right, let's just see how it goes. Let's see the finish. I want to see the finish.
I've grown to take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
That means you view me as a threat.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
And I look at it that way too. Like, and plus, you can't mark me because, all right, at the end of the day, it's gonna be one of two things. Either you're gonna have to pay me, or you're gonna have to, get me my bonuses, give my advertisement, get my ad shares. So everybody who said, hey, yo, don't worry about it, give me your logo, I'm gonna put it on the turnbuckle, or we're gonna set up a table for you so you could do your podcast there, know that, and all of a sudden clock is ticking and I ain't hearing no phone calls. I'm not reaching out, bro. Like, we're not doing that.
There's a lot of open promises. I'm under the impression that people aren't doing things to intentionally hurt you.
Right.
It's their lack of commitment, their lack of dedication to the words that they put out there.
Right.
The intention is there, but the commitment to execute to your expectation. You were on episode 451.
Yeah.
Which it was crazy that our debut was 450 because it was a 450 splash.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I had something for that. They would put that on. I lost it anyway. Oh.
Breaking news. But yeah, it takes a lot of dedication, commitment to be the person that you are. And a lot of times people aren't going to live up to your expectations of who you want them to be. That's why I set no expectations. Let's keep it moving. Where we at with it? Recaps?
I guess, yeah. So first of all, you guys were, what are you looking at? Rumble, right?
We were at the Rumble watch party.
Oh, yeah.
Reem was like gremlins with water thrown on them.
Yo, listen, hold on.
I can transform you.
I felt like a caged animal since January, whatever the night of the Rumble was. First off, the last time we were here, I don't remember why she specifically got brought up, but we spoke about this beautiful black queen named Trinity Fatu, aka Naomi. I remember what you guys said.
You holding receipts?
Yo. My nickname is Rasslin Reem, aka Receipts Reem. Okay. Y'all told me she was mid, she was this, she was that, but now she is currently the owner of the second longest Rumble outing in history. Might not be a long one per se, but second longest. That means she went longer than Rhea. She went longer than Charlotte. She went longer than Becky. Longer than Mercedes Moné. I could keep going.
Natalia.
I could keep going. any of y'all favorites, watch them. Shouts out to Bailey. I really, really am happy that Bailey won that. I felt like that was the flat. Yo, it's been so long that I seen a Rumble winner where I'm like, yo, they fucking deserve that.
Yeah, she did.
So back to Naomi though.
Didn't we say that we were gonna have to eat this shit when it came to
I don't. Because,
Listen,
go ahead.
But I'm saying the fact that we know he was gonna go on this tirade.
Oh, yeah.
He clearly don't have the right receipts. You know, it's like when you go to Shoppers World, but you bring a mini max receipt.
You got the telco. You got the telco.
It's cool. Hey, look, this might be an all-time Rumble for me because I got to saw, like I said, my Naya. She went out. I wanted her to break the record so badly, but she tied it. I'll take that. I'll take that. I honestly feel like, in all seriousness, though, the Women's Royal Rumble was more entertaining, climactic than the men's. I think the men's kind of like maybe we were kind of like expecting that one big return, and it kind of like didn't necessarily happen from a standpoint where you're walking away saying like, "Oh my God, I can't believe so and so came back." You know what I mean? I felt that with the Women's Rumble. Obviously, this goes back to me saying I walk alone because I'm the only one that was excited at the watch party seeing Naomi with the glow. I ain't bring my glow sticks today, but you know. And, you know, I want to know what y'all feel about the Rumble as a whole. Like, do you think like it's gotten to the point where it's becoming too predictable now, or is it at a good space? Like, what y'all thoughts on that?
Well, we have a bunch of websites that say this is the plan from months out. Cool. So when folks frequent the websites and
bless you,
excuse me. When folks frequent the websites, everybody want to act like they're smarter than what's being scripted, right? So it's twofold. I'm not being predictable is not always a bad thing because, like Red called it, Bailey was going to win, but this was her Rumble to win. You know, when you talk about the 4 horsewoman, she's the only one who really didn't have her moment. Everybody else is seen in that light. And what she's done with Damage Control, I remember they was shitting on Damage Control for a while, and they've become a formidable faction, right? So overall, I'm not too hell-bent on how predictable the Rumble is. What they do with the storytelling following the Rumble is, you know, that's what gets me, because after the Rumble, we got 70 plus days to WrestleMania. So how do we tell this story? How do we build this up to make WrestleMania the most intriguing? The Rumble is the precursor to WrestleMania. The Rumble is not just the Rumble. It's the road to WrestleMania. So how are we making this story mean something? How are you getting the buy-in from the fans? As far as Naomi, I gave Naomi her praise. She's an amazing athlete. She's amazing in the ring. Hold on.
Red, I need you to cut an insert of what was said.
I'm going to say it. She's amazing in the ring. She does amazing in-ring work. Her character, though, the Rumble is not something where you come down and cut a promo.
True.
She came back, huge reaction. It was amazing to see her back home. We know this is where she wanted to be. She didn't want to leave WWE. She just wanted to be respected.
She stood on business.
Well, Sasha Banks was the one who was grabbing her hand and saying, come on, girl. But I still stand on a point that she is stale. When she get a mic in her hand, if we back to this glow shit, and, you know, there's not really a character change, there's not an edge there, I can't rock with it. Her husband is a heel. Align with a heel. Be a heel. Turning heel usually brings out the actual character of the person. When you're a face and we don't really know you, you're too, like, you're like a politician.
Vanilla.
Exactly. Or chocolate in this sense. I don't like chocolate ice cream. But and
Swiss mocha.
Yeah, like some shit like that. But it's the character. It's not about her in-ring work. I want her to be successful. I was happy that she came back. I was happy that you got your moment from a fan's perspective. It was cool watching you react. Like, look at his face right now. He's
married to her.
He's reliving it. He's like, yeah.
That Rumble was.
You think he's Jimmy? Like right now, He's Jimmy Reem.
Jimmy Reem.
Yo,
Uso,
I
right?
swear, from a booking standpoint, the only thing that pissed me off, I think you caught me like really sad about this, was when Cody Rhodes was on the top turnbuckle pointing at Roman Reigns. I was so disappointed.
To make the point, which is crazy that he pointed at Roman Reigns. We'll get to that. To make your point about you didn't feel that like big comeback in the men's Royal Rumble. There weren't a lot of comebacks in the women's Royal Rumble. It was really just Naomi and Liv Morgan. And then we had some debuts, right?
Wait,
we had some debuts. But what this is a testament to how stacked the roster is. We really have a beautiful future when it comes to the wrestlers on this roster. Braun Baker got in the ring and was hitting them ropes like I've never seen anybody run the ropes before, right? So when we speak about the Rumble, there weren't no legends who came back. Right, we didn't get any nostalgic moment. The moment that really pissed me off is Pat McAfee wasted a fucking entry number, but
rumor has it that was
not planned.
That was given to him because of somebody's nasty doings.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, whatever the case may be. But
no, I thought that was Braun's spot.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was Braun's spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you saying
Pat didn't know that he was getting it.
Yeah.
And
but he always
his real intent was exactly what it was. That it was, I'm not going in there and taking somebody's like spot, whatever. And he really felt that. But also, at the same time, I could go off the top of the head right now and ask you guys, who else could have been in Pat McAfee's spot?
Nobody. That's
exactly.
Nobody.
I mean, like
nobody.
Ivar. Was Ivar in it?
It depends what you want from that.
Was the Viking Raider in it?
He wasn't. Matter of fact, Ivar wasn't.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like he was there. Like you didn't even know.
Ivar was my pick for that night.
For what?
Remember when we did the he was my
the
pick.
board.
I was like, oh my god, yo, I had Ivar and Jade Cargill.
Which by the way was the funniest shit ever when everybody. Okay, so just quickly, guys, listen. So we did random drawing. So what you did was that you just picked a number, and whatever number you picked, that was your wrestler for the night. So whenever a wrestler would come into the ring, you will automatically hear people go, "Oh, that's it, I lost." Whoever it was, they were like, "Oh, I lost. I'm not winning this shit." Shout out to Louis, man. Fucking Louis Coyote, bro. He bought like the mots. Like he bought like $100 worth of spots that night, bro. Like he was genuinely in it, bro.
I genuinely thought Gunther was gonna walk away, and Gunther came out the pick before and then I seen Ivar come out. I was like, man.
But Mark, what was the other thing that you took from the Rumble?
People are saying that they didn't really like the Rumble, but like I said, what we do with the Rumble following Rumble makes the Rumble to me, in my opinion.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think CM Punk should have won the Royal Rumble?
Obviously, no.
Nah. Forget what you've seen. Forget what you know.
No.
There's another way to write that story. It's not to write that.
It doesn't have to be him winning the Rumble.
I thought it played out perfect. And the funny thing is that I would have picked Cody to win if I would have remembered that there hasn't been a back-to-back winner in like over 20 years. So,
I wanted to speak about that.
Yeah, so I didn't put that into play where I would have said, that makes sense that Cody wins back-to-back. But I did have Drew winning. That was my pick. I would have liked to see that because that would have probably played a little bit better storyline-wise for what I would have booked it. But let's not forget also the two other matches that were on there. The Fatal 4-Way and Kevin Owens, Logan. Which, by the way, that was the match that drew everybody at the bar into the wrestling again. Once they started putting it on the other screens by the bar, everybody was tuned in. Like, I would go to the bar and everybody was like, Logan Paul wrestles? When did this happen? Like, and then they started going, do you guys do this often? You guys come here and watch wrestling often?
They were inquiring.
They were like, he looks good. He really looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does.
Shout out to him because he,
which Reem said would be the bathroom match, and I'm like,
said that was going to be the match of the night. Yeah, and it was.
It was only the bathroom match of the night due to
the placing.
The placing and the quality of all the others. You had two Rumbles and the undisputed title match.
I think that match
was going to be the concession stand match.
I get what you're saying, but no, not really, because Logan Paul is a bigger star than anybody who's on that roster.
I agree.
So, like you said, the folks at the bar who aren't wrestling fans were brought to when everybody went to the bathroom. The people who don't watch wrestling, they came in, they poured in, and I do think that was a better match than a Fatal 4-Way.
I do agree with that as well, because I even like the way how it played out, especially how the placement of the knuckle,
so smart.
The knuckles, and it was smart
booking. Something
that WWE, if not ever, they've done that. You don't see that awareness to, referee being on point, watching this and that, and how Logan just played it off thoroughly through his heelish plays, and he bumped for Kevin like a lot during that match. So
who wrote that? J&J Security?
I think so. No, you might have.
No, for real.
You might have produced that.
Cooking, like they be cooking.
Yeah, I think he produced it. Yeah,
a lot of the best women's matches we've seen in WWE,
Jordan
behind it.
Yeah,
Logan
Jason
Paul
Jordan
might be the next. Nah, I might get a Drew McIntyre t-shirt. I'm sorry, man. I'm debating who gonna be the next guy that's gonna make me like buy their merch. I got a short list.
Make sure you get on Monday Night Raw. It's 25% off.
Or they always got 25% off.
Go to WWE shop, get that 25% off.
But it's between Logan Paul, who I feel like is like the next guy up.
Yeah,
I might get a Drew McIntyre shirt, and just for the pod, I might get some Glow merchandise. Just for the pod.
All you gotta do is go to a 99-cent store or Block Party and find some glow sticks.
Yo, the disrespect is real.
That's all you have to do. It's not hard to find it.
Just to go and piggyback off the whole Naomi thing, like I said, we never bashed her or whatever. Like we all know that she's a talent, yeah. But like I felt the same way. That the glow thing is, it's not for us. It's for kids, and especially little boys and little girls. That's for them.
It's a Block Party step team.
Yeah.
Y'all forgot about those, right?
What's the Grammys?
No, it's a Block Party step team.
I know what you're talking
Remember
about.
The different blocks used to come to the Block Party and have the competitions?
No, this is what we did at Beacon Grammys. This is what we did at the
yeah.
At the last
Facts.
Year, the award show / performances. That's what the Grammys did.
Moving on to the next topic.
And I feel like we don't have to speak about the Fatal 4-Way because we knew who was gonna win.
Yeah, it was
the only thing I said about that Fatal 4-Way is that you finally watched a match that like in a long time. And it was like, there's men wrestling in this match. Like everybody looked like they just came out of Chippendales. They all Bronick and Diesel and shit. Like it looked like a classic 80s, 90s wrestling like match. Like everybody looked jacked up.
Vince McMahon's dream.
Yeah, exactly. He was over there fucking. We'll go to that later.
But you know, he had an affinity for like the big, muscular bodybuilding dudes who couldn't really move like that.
Yeah, but these guys, at least with them, they, to say what you want. Just quickly, AJ's always on point. Randy's always on point. Roman is on point, and the MVP for me was LA Knight because he helped to carry that fucking match through and through. I actually thought he was going to take the pin, but he didn't. AJ took it.
Didn't I tell you? I said, yo, they threw AJ in there because LA's too hot. They not going to make Randy take that pin. It's going to be AJ.
But listen, you got to give it up to his consistency. I don't really have like my favorite wrestler. It always moves. It's like the same thing with rappers. Not really rappers. I always say Redman's my favorite, but when it comes to wrestlers, AJ is always in my top 5 somewhere. Yeah. He's always moving around. So yeah.
And he lost that trench coat, pea coat. Happy he did that.
Yo, I was feeling it. I just didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I was like, all right. Is there more
like he got it? It looked like he got it from ABC on Myrtle.
What's worse? What's worse, that or Randy and his hoodie with no sleeves?
The hoodie with the no sleeves.
Nah, I think the Zelda trench coat is horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, I think it's horrible. All right. So speaking of Braun Baker, NXT call-ups are happening rapidly. We seen Tiffany Stratton. We seen Braun Baker. We see Trent Williams and all these other people getting a lot of TV time with CM Punk in the little vlog that they put out. A lot of attention is going to NXT, even the way that they're doing some of the vignettes.
Carmelo
Hayes, that boy he's him. He's stale too.
Whoa,
to a certain extent, he is.
Wait,
he is.
That's an oxymoron you just did there.
No, he's him, but he's stale because he uses the like internet kids lingo. It's like you're a grown man. I'm him. It's like a 13-year-old kid who plays basketball, but not for the basketball team.
Wait, he almost he had me there. And lost me with that last analogy. Just lost me.
That's how they talk in the park. I'm him. I'm him. No, you're not him. You're not him.
But he's good though.
Like, he's good. He's amazing in the ring. But when they get on that mic and start talking about I'm him,
you don't believe him.
I don't believe him.
That's crazy.
You don't believe him.
I don't.
That's crazy.
I don't. And you come on.
Here's what I will say, right? So
the culture.
I was I'm very like it's hard. Like this might be controversial. I don't care. But when it comes to black wrestlers, I'm very picky when they tap into that
nigga shit.
Yeah, bro. Like that's when you said
I ain't mad at you.
When you said the club girls,
yeah,
Katana and Kaden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to disrespect them.
The club girls.
That's what they are. But when you said they need to be city girls, I was like, yo, bro, come on, man.
I mean, you just called them club girls. Bottle girls?
Bro, they EMD girls, man. Like they the Jersey fist pump girls.
EMD is crazy. What? EDM girls?
EDM, sorry. Ooh,
EMD.
Wow.
Yo, I immediately came up with an abbreviation. What that meant? EMD. I was like, eat my oh. All right, Reem. Okay.
He didn't mean it.
Or maybe he did. Maybe that's what was Freudian. Who knows?
I definitely felt that way when they won the titles, but that's what you know. Shouts out to you wonderful ladies. I respect your craft, but you guys stink.
My queen,
all right? I'm sorry.
My queen.
But in all seriousness though, I hate when like even when they got like Bianca Belair started like tapping into that. Like I felt like at a point they were leaning on it too much,
taking off her earrings before she fight.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Even recently, yo, you know what pissed me off so recently, man? They got Michin cosplaying a black woman, man. I'm sorry, man. They got.
But she is half black. She is.
It didn't feel fake when she was speaking like that after she got smacked. It didn't feel fake.
No, she is half black. She's half half Japanese and half black. Yeah.
Okay, it didn't feel fake though.
It didn't feel fake. It came off very natural. What?
Well,
yo, she said,
I'll tell you this because I've met her and I've spoken to her before.
Okay,
she is hood. Like she is straight up like California hood. She is like she is.
Okay,
straight up.
So maybe it threw me off when she said no. She told Nick Aldis, "No, I want to stand on business tonight." It threw me off. I'm sorry.
You see, but you know what it is? It's like he's saying now that everybody's using these catchphrases, that there's phrases that's being used in social media and it's overly hyped.
It would be a turn on.
Yeah, I see that. It's like you're being, like I said, you're being fake. It doesn't seem right. Although you might say that in real life, it didn't come like naturally with you. It's like when Brandy Rhodes was doing that shit in AEW. Let me talk to you, heifer. And it was like, roll my eyes. Like I get that. I understand. I see where you're coming from. But the one that you guys are talking about with call-ups, the ones that that is to me that is getting a lot of love, and I can see why they're doing it, is Trick Williams. He is going to be their Swerve Strickland. After they got rid of Swerve, they're like, we got to put somebody in that place. We got to get somebody in that mold. Carmelo, no, he's too small.
Same
Trick,
thing they did with Sasha.
Yeah, so I think that they having him. He's talented. He's over. He's progressively getting better in the ring more and more.
And he has his first storyline set up,
right?
Because he's gonna feud with Melo.
Yeah, and then now him being the North American champ and stuff like that. It makes it's putting a lot of credibility to him possibly getting that look. There's already talk about him through the inside saying that they could see him headline WrestleMania one day. So that could be something for him.
And not him, Carmelo. They can't see Carmelo headline in WrestleMania.
I think like with Melo, like I said, I kind of get what you're saying with him. Anything that's in the ring, and it reminds me kind of somewhat with Ricochet. Ricochet's a talented motherfucker. Like,
I can never get behind Ricochet.
But he just is like bland.
Yeah.
Like he's bland. Yeah. Like there's nothing. I could see why they had him in a mask in Lucha Underground. He was Puma. I could see it. And I remember when I first met him, and I saw him without the mask. I said, "Why they put you on the mask? You're a good looking guy. What the fuck?" But then you realize, like, he's blasé.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing really going for him. But
And
ring-wise, he's talented.
I don't think Melo as a person, I don't think he's bland. Like when he was speaking in the CM Punk vlog, I'm like, damn, I hear his accent crazy. Like,
Right.
if I heard you talk like that, I would feel more connected because it's not like you're trying to talk proper hood. You get what I'm saying?
But it's kind of different with Montez. Montez is like, I could get Montez. I fucks with him because I could get with Montez.
50-50 sometimes. 50-50 sometimes.
50-50?
Yeah, because he does that Meechin, Brandy Rose stuff when he gets too animated.
Right.
Yeah,
He
but
start acting like Chris Tucker sometimes.
Hold on.
Like, bro,
I see Montez as
no
a
grown
future
man, no
world
grown
heavyweight
man,
champion.
no grown man starts gyrating when they get mad. Like nobody does that. Like nobody does that. Yeah,
He's a face, bro. Hold on, I will say this. Right?
Let's eliminate all faces in wrestling.
I think you are gonna be a more. I'm making a prediction, or this ain't a prediction. This is a spoiler, as the wise man says.
Okay, Reem Heyman.
You are going to be a Melo fan the minute he turns full heel.
Probably, but that's the case with everybody. And I think, yes, it is. I think that if you just let these wrestlers be instead of trying to say, this is the good guy, this is the bad guy. If you just let them speak as if they feel like they're the guy, you can connect more and you can make a decision on, nah, he cooked with that one. He cooked with this one. Look how long it came for you to come around to Drew McIntyre. I know we on an NXT call up, but like these are examples that are being set.
It would happen.
Their character is being held back when they have to be signing autographs, the face of the Make-A-Wish. Like their character is being held back because they have different priorities. Their priority is not a wrestling character. It's this is how we can utilize this person being the face of this company.
That is true. And one last thing I want to say on the NXT call-ups, they put Tiffany Stratton on the wrong brand. They put her on the wrong brand. She needed to be on Monday Night Raw and be that next, we gotta watch out for I can't believe I'm even saying this about any type of WWE product, but there's too many women on that show.
She needed somebody to beat up on. Meechin. Who's she gonna go to Raw and beat up on?
Do the Kevin Owens route. Make her be a solidified, she don't got to beat Nia. She don't got to beat Becky.
I know exactly who she could have beat up on fucking Raw. She could beat up Maxine Dupree after that shitty Rumble she had. Easy.
No, that's
easy.
Valid. That is valid. That is 100% valid. I think.
All right, so just take this under consideration. After Mania, because I believe they're moving up the draft. So I think it's gonna happen immediately after Mania. It's probably have the week after. So we could possibly see that trade could possibly happen that she goes to Raw. So,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I call her Charlotte Flair 2.0. My thing with Charlotte though, I got tired of her, like, bro, like her matches were too like, she knows she's gonna win.
Well, matter of fact, you guys forgot. You did get a debut. You got Andrade coming back at Rumble. You did get that.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, did get that.
We did.
Yeah, you did.
Fire fit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fire fit. He looked like a million
bucks. What do you see him doing? Is he a mid card? Is he like a?
Well, the funny thing was that I thought he was actually going to go immediately to the Spanish table because that's where SmackDown is. That's where everybody's sitting at. So I figured that he'd be there, but they put him on Raw. So he's going to be separate from there. I actually thought that he would have been really paired back up with Zelina somewhere, but they might have more plans with him down the line.
IC title,
maybe. Yeah, I could see him possibly taking that from Gunther.
Stop it.
Why not?
Stop it.
Gunther's gonna have to get his own main event run soon.
If it ain't Jey Uso beating him for that title, I would like to see Braun breaking the streak. No pun intended. That was actually something I want to ask y'all because he's at 600 days. Who's really gonna they obviously you got the Sheamus storyline because Sheamus ain't never have the IC title. You had Drew, he ain't never really had the IC title either. But I think that would be cool if Jey Uso can top him for his first singles title.
I love the idea of the Intercontinental Championship being intercontinental. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Not just we have the US title, right? I mean, obviously America is a continent. But I think that the IC title has allowed foreign superstars who don't usually get that look, or they try to turn people away from them because of that accent or whatever. I think this run with the IC title, especially with what Gunther is doing, it made us care more about foreign superstars and just like not care about the accents as much. Possibly because Gunther might be the best foreign superstar on the microphone. And I wasn't really around for the Iron Sheik. I hear that he was good. No. I mean, you let The Rock tell it. He was good.
I love when he talks shit about Hulk Hogan.
He's better off camera.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
But Gunther,
you're jabroni. You're nothing but a jabroni. You're more Hulk Hogan. You're nothing but a big gay jabroni. You Jew. You are nothing but a Jew.
If there's anybody who hates Hulk Hogan more than me, it's him.
When it comes to Gunther, I think he is the best foreign speaker on the microphone. He's eliminated that stigma of let's not have him speak too much because of his accent. And he doesn't do the I'm gonna tear your country down thing. He's just like, I'm better than you. We take this shit serious.
This Matt means something.
Yeah.
And shout out to Gunther because he might actually be living in Bushwick these days. So, wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Angel took a picture with him in Bushwick. Like,
oh my God.
Like
he about to have
by covert, like on that side. Yeah. I'll have Angel send me the pic.
Speaking of the U.S. title, though,
I'm gonna look this shit up.
Speaking of the U.S. title, Logan Paul, man, we got to touch on this Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mentioned this at the Rumble watch party where I said he's probably touching edge territory as far as like his heel work. Like when he is ripping into his opponent on the microphone, I see peak edge.
I thought that was a great comparison.
I see edge in like into if you drop edge from like that rated all run into today's world, he would be Logan Paul. That's a fact. And it's crazy because I don't want to make it seem like I'm standing for Logan Paul because it's Logan Paul, but bro, like my eyes see he's a tremendous athlete. When it comes to being on the mic, he destroyed Ricochet. He keeps destroying Kevin Owens. I don't know if it's because of the wrestlers that he's going up against that makes him look that much better.
Chillax when it comes to Kevin Owens. I think. Go ahead.
Wait. Hold on. You think that Logan Paul? I mean, I all respect to Kevin Owens. But pound for pound in this rivalry, you don't think that Logan Paul is kind of like one up in him?
I think Kevin Owens plays the role that allows Logan Paul to look that good. It's who he's doing. It's his dance partner. It's who he's doing it with.
So Ricochet did the same thing.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you crazy? Anybody could. Naomi could body Ricochet.
Stop it.
Anybody can body Ricochet.
Which, by the way, did you like the interaction on SmackDown between Logan Paul and Bianca Belair?
I did. I thought that was going to be the introduction to see like, well, Montez gonna say something like, because who was she gonna call to?
Right.
I thought he was gonna call her heifer. I'm like, yo, it's kind of uncomfortably spicy up in here.
That was rather interesting to see. I don't know if that was a seed planted to maybe if Bobby would go after Logan or something like that.
Oh, God.
What happened?
Bobby, get him off my screen, please. But go ahead.
Almighty Bobby Lashley.
Let's keep it going. But wrap people.
Wait. What we gotta talk about this? Because if it ain't, oh, you lucky we got to see about. Yeah, yo, we gonna put a pin on that one. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, we gonna write that.
To your point, Logan Paul is doing amazing work. He's doing amazing work.
Yes.
I want to see him on my TV every week. And he said it. They saying I'm a part-timer. He's buying in. He's legit a wrestler.
Yeah, he's committed.
He can get I won't be mad if he get a world title run.
Me either.
I won't be mad.
Give him the world heavyweight title though. Not the one that's
obviously. So what we got next?
CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Now, you touched on it earlier. I can't believe I'm a Drew McIntyre fan. You wanna know why I was never a Drew McIntyre fan? Because they gave him a microphone and they told him to try to be funny. Drew McIntyre is funny when he's not trying to be funny. There's people like that. Like they're fucking hilarious when they don't try to be funny. When you had, I'd like to tell you a story, bro. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a fuck about his old Irish story. Then I'm sorry, bro. Or
Scottish.
Sorry.
Are you able to do that accent well because of your Jamaican roots?
I thought it was terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah. you know the Scottish and the you know how they did in Jamaica. And all,
it's true.
You know.
But here's my, like, with Drew. I don't know if it's because social media is adding an extra element to it. But man, him standing, like, his story right now feels so organic because it's actually rooted in, like, you know, actual events. It's not some, oh, I just woke up feeling like this or whatever. He's speaking on the fact that he feels a way about losing to Roman because of the bloodline. He's standing on that. He's standing on the fact that, yo, Cody Rhodes, wow.
He actually took a picture with Gunther and Bushwick.
That is crazy. Got garbage in hand and all that. He's standing on the fact that
got garbage in the hand.
Drew McIntyre is standing on the fact that Jey Uso came back due to the fact that Cody Rhodes, like, that story alone is making me say, all right, this is believable. He's not just some angry wrestler that's whatever. His storyline is legit. The CM Punk rip, though, like, he's ripping him a new one, man. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, damn, yo, I can respect somebody standing on business. It don't matter what the business is, as long as you standing on that and you ain't flaking and you ain't faking the funk or nothing like that. That's what's making me say, damn, Drew, maybe I could watch you in a world title match at WrestleMania. Maybe I could pay attention to you when he was jousting with CM Punk. I said, yo, he turning it up. He going to that next level.
I'm not a religious man,
but I prayed for this.
I prayed for this.
I prayed for this, lad. I told y'all he sound like he belonged in Game of Thrones. WWE want to create the next superstar. Get Drew McIntyre a title run. It should be at WrestleMania because I think for how he held down the WWE during the pandemic, he deserves his moment. He deserves that.
You gotta have Damian Cash in on it. I'd love to see it.
I don't know. Are we jumping into CM Punk's injury?
I'll just say this as a humongous Punk fan. Like, it fucking pissed me off to know that he got injured.
Yeah.
But 10% of me says that shit is a work. I swear, like, because that's how his mind is for wrestling. Like, I believe that it's a work somewhere along the line. That I think that maybe he came into WWE with like a pre-existing injury.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, all right, I can do this match. I could do this here. I could do whatever. Right. But like, just give me a couple of weeks after Rumble so that I could heal up fully. And then we could get the ball rolling for Mania.
You think he's gonna make it for Mania?
I know that, you know, they're saying that it's not, but like I said, 10% of me says that this is a work because he's known to know how to play the role in wrestling, like how to manipulate stuff. WWE, since the old man is gone, has been leaning a little bit more to working social media a little bit.
They definitely planting stories.
So since, you know, the whole thing with Punk returning, like everybody was like, holy shit, that was crazy that happened. Like, I could see Punk like saying something to them like, look, let me just chill out for a little bit so that we could get the ball rolling and see what opens up for down the line for media.
So you think
let's see with Seth's injury, how his injury can get healed up as soon as we can. So like I said, although it says, listen, honestly, it says 4 to 6 months of recovery. He's going to their best surgeons. That's the one that they go to in Alabama. That's the one that got Cena back when he had a torn pectoral. Got him back in Rumble in less than 3 months. And he was supposed to be out for 6. Got him back years ago. Got him back in 3. So, like I said, maybe, just maybe he might get it. But I do say, and I've always been a Drew fan for the longest. But this, like you guys are mentioning now, like right now, this could be a time for Drew to, before his contract is up, because he hasn't resigned yet. So we could see something happen with him before that.
Here's my thing with CM Punk, right? what does he want at this point? It's hard to gauge. You know what I mean?
Money. That's the
He
easiest
said
thing.
that. I'm
Money.
here for the money.
Money.
He said that on camera, and he wants his main event.
And he wants his main event.
I want
So-
his main event too.
I do too.
Here's my thing. You just made me fantasy book as soon as you said that. What if there's like a vacant spot for the contender to figure out who's gonna fight for that WHC
Like at
Elimination
Chamber?
Chamber, and he comes out and he wins?
Could be. Like I said, somewhere along the line.
But then I also want to see like some type of like I want to see a Drew CM Punk confrontation, but I also want that to be with world title
Because Drew is going. Marcus, you see how hard he's going
Yeah,
with
he's-
talking shit.
He's wilding. He's wilding.
He's on the socials
Yeah.
like
cooking.
naming his workouts after CM Punk.
He was a tweener before, right? It was a
Yeah.
slow move to him
Mhm.
being a heel.
Mhm.
Which I didn't understand.
He jumped. I mean, I guess this was the moment that he needed. I prayed for this night. I prayed for this. Yo, he looks sadistic. You know, and
When they had
another
him
thing.
looking out the ring.
Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. They need to make a meme out of that. Another thing is, you cannot have a face in a freaking kilt. You can't have a face in a kilt. A dress, right? Or a kilt. Rowdy was a heel, right? For most
in the beginning, but for the last years or so, he was more face.
his
afterwards.
last years. What is he? What is he?
after what was that? WrestleMania 3, I think it was. He
With Mr.
turned-
T and all.
Is that for nostalgia purposes that like
he
the
was-
fans liked him, or was he known to be one of the best heels?
Oh, he's always been
He's
known to
always
be the
been a
best
heel,
heels, but his face turn happened, and he basically like stood that way for like the rest of his career.
Okay,
Even when he went to WCW, he's like more of a face.
it's hard to like a man in a skirt, right? So if he's in a skirt, you might as well
Not
just
even the
make him.
headbangers. We can't go with Marsh and Thrash like the headbangers.
The only headbangers I'm rocking with is E EPMD.
Nah, I never liked the
headbanger. The headbanger. The headbanger. This is a headbanger. You ain't think I knew that, right? You ain't think I know that, right?
How you feel about Pretty Deadly? Just out of curiosity.
I like him.
Okay.
I like him. Boy.
Yes, boy.
I like him. I like him.
So moving on to damage control.
Mhm.
Shouts out to Bailey, man. I gotta say, on some real shit, I was happy that I found out that Bailey wasn't a white woman. I know that's
What?
Like, I know that's like super left of controversy. It was just personal to me. Like I was,
You talking about Miss Martinez?
yes.
Yeah,
When I
Miss
saw,
Martinez?
yeah. In all seriousness, though, I love the fact that like they gave Bailey her own personal story.
Yeah.
But I want to ask y'all, do you think that this is opening the door for Sasha Banks to return at WrestleMania if she ultimately doesn't go to? Because I can see her saying, "Yo, I need backup to fight these guys," and then you hear whatever her music is,
No.
Snoop Dogg playing at the.
No, absolutely not. And she need to stop relying on Snoop Dogg for her nigga credibility. That's a lot. They rely on nigga credibility, and it's bad, bro. It's bad. You wore Kanye glasses post 2020, post 2007.
Stop it, bro.
Bro.
It's stop.
No, bro.
You about to
She
make me
wore
defend Sasha Banks, and I
4-finger
don't want
rings,
that,
bro.
man.
This is a Halloween costume, bro. Stop, bro. Stop. No, it doesn't open the door. The women's roster is too stacked, and I don't think is really going to be a place for her to, for what she wants. I don't think is at WWE right now.
She
I
wants to be
just-
the. She wants to be the,
The,
woman.
the person,
Yeah.
yeah, and respected as, and she wants to be paid. And for as many women who's looking like they're a force in WWE, there's gonna be contracts coming up, and you can't eat up all this money just because you walked out. We already got Naomi back, and she can do the Make-A-Wish stuff. We don't care about Sasha Banks and her
We got Jade and Bianca.
horrible
We're
wigs sometimes.
good. We're good.
I'm sorry, Sasha.
We are good. And
I'll tell you, when she popped up at Wrestle Kingdom with that hairdo, I was like, what the fuck?
No, the
is that?
hairdo, her wigs got so much better.
It took me a minute to figure it out. I was like, what? Oh, it's a fire. Oh, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody fucked her hair up. I was like, oh shit.
No, it's gotten way better over time, but I always have the visual of just
I think she missed out on the bag the minute that Bianca started rising and the minute that we signed Jade. Once that happened, I think whatever her asking price was, people were looking at her like she was insane.
I thought after that match with Mania with Bianca, WWE said we don't really need her. Like honestly, I think they really sat there and was like,
they have a real athlete with Bianca, real athlete,
yes,
not somebody who trained in wrestling. Like Bianca can last 4 years, like a Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Rock's physique.
Mm-hmm.
She takes care of her body. I'm not saying that Sasha Banks doesn't, but she's brittle.
So let me ask y'all now, in hindsight, because we originally talked about Bayley, re-rank the 4 horsewomen.
I like that.
Re-rank the 4 horsewomen in 2024.
Who's the 4 horsewomen again?
it was
Bayley,
Becky,
Charlotte,
Sasha, Bailey, and it was Bailey, Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte.
Okay, Charlotte number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Still?
Yes, we're not going to take away from the fact that she's an incredible athlete and she does great heel work. We hate that she gets booked to, be Ric Flair Jr., but she's that damn good. No pun intended. Charlotte, I would say Becky. No. Charlotte, Bailey, Becky, Sasha.
I can agree. Becky's gone down. No fault of her own.
Is it
It's just
because
now
of her booking, or is it because of her like?
It's a booking. It's a because even still when you put her in matches, she fucking works. Like I said, she goes into matches like it's gonna be a fucking brawl. Like she goes into it wholeheartedly. She recently had a conversation about how they wanted to book her early on, and they were telling her like wrestle like a girl, and then she's like, "What the hell does that mean?"
Yeah, like a girl.
And all the guys, even Seth and stuff, they was like, "No, don't do that. You go out there and you go what you were trained to do." Because Finn trained her, so he put it to her and he says, "Listen, you're gonna come here, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna wrestle like a wrestler. Don't go out there and do that." But because of where she's at right now, status wise, I can see that her at 3. Bailey's on the come up. Charlotte is the queen. It is, and unfortunately, Sasha, as well as much as bangers that she's put together, I think she sold herself out, trying to get the bag, which I'm not mad at. But you being off the screen for so long, it's like everybody's like, you show up in AEW and that crowd is just gonna love it. Everybody else is gonna be like, okay, we saw this coming. Yeah. Wow.
So, what would Bayley have to do to take that top spot?
Win. She's got to win.
She has.
I don't know if she can take the top spot because I'm considering wrestling ability, and I just think that Charlotte is a better wrestler than.
She might be a better athlete.
Nah, I think she's a better wrestler than Bayley. Bayley does the work, but I think Charlotte it's in her genes, bro. Like it's in her genes.
But not only that, and I say win, and I'm talking about in all facets, not only in the ring. I mean, she's already, she's winning on getting back over again. She was getting over without it being a legit like showing of it. Like the crowd was. It's all about the crowd.
Yeah,
the crowd is what dictates what happens to a wrestler. The old man always fucking put his cigarette on people and be like, fucking Nick Nemeth just he had a conversation about that Pat Patterson was pushing for him to get over, to go over. And the old man and the crew would fuck with him by having Dolph Ziggler lose on purpose just to see what Pat Patterson, his expression would be. And he would be upset. And they would do it as a rib. And it's like, wow, that's not how you run a company.
Yeah.
So, and they would always do that well. And when it came to, what the fans wanted. And they'd be like, nah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Bayley right now is winning with the fans. I've never really thought of her as a horrible wrestler. I actually thought she was really good, especially her matches with Sasha and NXT were fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think what's happening now is for her to get over, let's say to get that Charlotte level, is to see what's going to happen after Mania. Once you get that relief, okay, now you got the championship. Now who is going to be on her radar? Is going to be the next targets. Is it going to be Bianca? Is it going to be Jade Cargill? Is it going to be Stratton? Is it going to be Naomi? And how that plays out. You got to give her a title run that makes her more legitimate.
You don't think that, I mean, I know this is like the dark ages, but you don't think that PC era was legit with her and Sasha? She was the SmackDown and tag like 2 belts, Bailey? You don't think that helps her case?
Nah, because she
carried that whole division during that time frame in which
nobody remembers it.
Yeah.
Shit.
And her character was
nobody remembers
her
it.
character was stale. That was stale Bailey. Once again, when she made the heel turn and she started doing the shit like, you idiots, Michael Cole. Like that
I
stuff.
love her Michael Cole shit.
You know, the relation, I feel like just that. I think her and Michael Cole really have a great relationship backstage
For that to happen.
for that, you know, for her to just look over at Michael Cole. He probably don't even be expecting it. You would be expecting it.
No,
but
Corey Graves didn't expect Big E getting his jacket thrown at him. Not to get off track, but that right there was like something to me. Like
it's something I did. My bad. Nothing. Something I did want to throw in there. Because I know we about to take the AEW turn.
Okay.
We were talking about running the ropes last episode.
Mm-hmm.
One woman who runs the ropes really well, Red Velvet.
Okay.
Red Velvet run like I see her. She thinks before she take off, and it's like, here we go. Before she get that stride, and I see her. She hit the second rope very low, and she bounces off of that. I'm like, yo, she coming off of that with speed. She did get fatigued in the last match that I saw, but she was working, so I wasn't even mad that she got tired.
Which, by the way, what you thought about Jade Cargill on the Rumble? Like her.
She looked amazing.
Yeah,
she looked amazing.
I
was happy for her.
I was happy for her. I loved it, but I don't want to say she looked stiff, but I felt like she was kind of like letting the people come to her instead of her going after people. That's what I got.
I thought it was nerves.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like either nerves or stiffness.
Jordan Grace she's legit. She has a real shitty attitude. I think I heard that she's getting better at it, but and she has like a weird fan base, like these muscle waifu fans, like they're into her whole shit. But she is a legit competitor. Yeah, like up and down. I actually like Fat Jade Cargill better. I mean, Jordan Grace than I do muscle Jordan Grace.
Fat Jade Cargill is crazy.
No, I like Fat Jordan Grace.
Okay,
but when she was Little Mama Pump, I fucked with that.
Yeah,
but I see her.
Gotta see a picture.
Oh yeah.
I gotta see a picture. Like, what are you talking about?
Honestly, when the opportunity comes, she's going to WWE.
Yeah, she needs
nothing that. Knowing her, seeing her face when she came out and that fucking crowd, the way they pop and hearing that shit, they're ready to put.
Even if they didn't pop when she got in the ring,
they just.
It was like, who the
you couldn't
fuck
miss her.
Is this? Yeah. She needs to win the Rumble.
You know what she really needs? She needs to come through, bring like probably 2 other new, like get one new face and another TNA familiar face, and just have a faction. That would elevate her in the sense of it protects her from getting pinfalls early. Obviously, whoever she's feuding with, she's gonna look like the star. Yeah. They have that Royal Rumble. That's how I would fantasy book her. Give her 2 Goonies. Give her like I wouldn't say a Tiffany Stratton because I think that she could stand up.
Pat Jordan Grace.
Wow, she
don't
looks
even
so
look like
differently.
the same person.
Yeah, like wow, that's crazy.
Black Jordan Grace.
She had a fatty. She had a better fatty back then. A better fatty.
If you pair her up with like you got to give her a faction. I'm all for. I know you a superstar if you can run your own team.
I mean, everybody got a faction now, so I guess it. Damn!
Wow! Wow! She that in that picture, she looked like
the Michelin Man.
No, no, stop it. What's shorty that do the split for her finisher? Got her name.
She don't look like Nikita Lyon.
Yes.
No, she don't.
Body type. Not saying anything else.
Okay, you saying she thick? Thick. She thick. All right. And now we transferred over to the AEW side of things. Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page, legitimate top rivalry in wrestling. Period.
Top rivalry.
I mean, they are like a match made in heaven.
It's the most. I will say from a talent perspective, it's the most intriguing one currently.
Yeah.
I actually like. I think CM Punk Drew. is the storyline to me that I want to know more about.
No, I'm saying it's a top rivalry. Like AEW doesn't get, especially now in this weird phase that they in, they don't get as much attention as WWE. So I do want to include the fact that Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page has been doing amazing work for a very long time. I think Hangman Page is 2 seconds from calling Swerve a nigga.
Yo, stop it, bro. Yo, stop it.
Y'all don't get that feeling? When he was talking about you complain about
it, man.
you say that if you would have been the first black champion, I think the next line was gonna be "Shut up, you nigga." I'm joking, Hangman.
Do you think?
I'm not. I believe it. I believe it.
Do you think that Swerve will one day become champion in AEW?
He needs to. It needs to happen like soon at their next big show.
I think the Hangman is being elevated once again because of Swerve, because he's boring as shit. Like, I find him boring.
I think y'all find all AEWs boring, man.
No, that's not true. No. That's not true.
Ricky Starks is the guy.
Yeah, Swerve isn't boring. Ricky Starks, although I really believe he's gay. I swear, I hope he's gay. I really do. I hope he's gay.
How do y'all feel about not to segue off of that? How do y'all feel about Will Ospreay?
I love
Ospreay is he needs to be in big money matches. He needs to be on somebody's TV screen. And once again, with that accent, he just feels like a real person.
Listen, bruh.
Look at bruh. Like,
look at bruh.
I feel like Skepta could do his entrance music.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm dead serious. I feel like he from the trenches out there, bloke. You feel me?
I thought that going back to the Hangman and Swerve thing, once you had a blood match, that should be it. I don't know why they double backed on it. If you're gonna go back to it a year down the line. You just had a blood match that everybody seemed to like. I thought it was stupid, but in any case, they doubled down on it and we went back to it because they're still trying to find a filler for Swerve. And it's like, why are you doing that? He doesn't need it. Just get him in matches, have him win. You guys are gonna mention the ranking system and stuff. Get him some wins on there, and it's not needed. Ospreay, like you said, he's gonna need big money matches. He's gonna need it. Don't have him go out there just wrestling any lame bloke
like what they did with Switchblade.
Yeah, have him go out there. Which look what the fuck they did with him. Jesus.
Yeah. He had an opportunity to go to WWE.
Yeah.
Who that?
Jay White.
Jay White and Ospreay. Yeah. But they're like I said,
they're indie darlings.
Yeah, but also AEW needs it right now because they really got to get that pull that way.
Yeah.
But as for because you said that we find people boring. There's a lot of people that are. Christian Cage is killing it over there.
Yeah.
Like,
you want
to
talk about a renaissance?
Yeah.
Probably number 2 heel.
Right.
Number 1 at one point in the last few months. When it comes to heels. But let's get to the ranking system.
Pull that up. All right. So
how do you feel about it?
I'm gonna be completely transparent. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on a second. Now, y'all know me. I'm a WWE guy first. I'm looking at these rankings, right? So we got Swerve. They got the men's championship. Number 1 is Swerve Strickland. Number 2 is Hangman Page. Number 3 is Adam Copeland. Number 4 is John Moxley. Number 5 is Roderick Strong.
Somehow Hook is going to jump to number 1.
Here's my thing with this, right? Like, Samoa Joe is champ. I don't know what AEW's long-term money match is. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for me to not feel like somebody's a paper champion or, you know what I mean? I'm looking at their women's champion. I mean, their women's contenders. You got Diana, Thunder Rosa, Sheeta, Sky Blue, Mariah Way. Those are your contenders for this is as of January 31st. This is like the first postings. Not too familiar with the trios division, although I do see that let's see if I see any. Got the Hardys and Mark Briscoe in there, Dark Order, FTR, House of Black. and then obviously you got the tag champions with Sting and Darby and all those guys. I like Ricky Stark. Shouts out to Big Bill. I've always been a fan of like legit order.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing I feel like WWE should have picked up was like a ranking, or at least go back to tracking. There was a time, Red, you probably could pinpoint this. There was a time where WWE actually tracked win-loss records.
Power rankings.
How long ago was that?
It's
long ago.
About 10, 15 years ago, something like that. Like they would do the power rankings.
I think that was missing. I think that was missing from WWE to finally like legitimize that brand as far as like not being just something that's on TV. But yeah, my thought on the rankings is, you know, it provides a legitimacy to the match that you're watching. You're not just watching two guys just go out there and entertain you, versus it gives that extra feeling to the match to say this match means something to me, so I can climb up in the rankings to get where I want.
Yeah.
Versus you're just basing it off a storyline. Like I think it was going back to WWE. I think Roman does this a lot, where if somebody comes up and says, "Oh, I want to challenge you for the title," they got to beat everybody in the bloodline to get a championship versus actually beating legit contenders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of iffy on that. I understand it, but I'm a big fan of the rankings.
I'm with the ranking system. I just don't like that these announcements come at random times whenever Tony Khan get off his period. Like,
yo, you on with tonight, man.
I'm just saying, it's random as hell. Nothing big. Next week, we're returning to the ranking system. Bro, did you come up with this idea on the toilet? Like, when did you make this? When did you come to this conclusion?
Do you think Tony Khan is a real good?
When he blew a line, that's what the fuck he did.
Who do you think is a better? What's the word I'm looking for?
Booker?
Tony Khan or Eric Bischoff?
Booker?
Just overall, like pound for pound. Who do you think? Like if you had promotion A and promotion B, and promotion A was run by Tony Khan, and promotion B was run by Eric Bischoff.
Okay, so
I like Bischoff because Bischoff was an actual character at a certain point. Like I always like Bischoff. Tony Khan, either you're going to jump into being a character on TV, or you're going to take a back seat and we're never going to see your face. We don't need you to come out here and announce something like you're the real CEO of this company, right? Holding power, but not play into. If you're gonna be on TV, play a role, bro. Play a role. And he doesn't play. He just come out and say, "I own the company, and this is what we're doing right now."
I think that's kind of fair.
That's not fair, bro. This is entertainment.
But he's not taking a TV time away from anybody. Compared to Vince,
he takes the investment away from people. If you're going to be on my TV, you need to be doing what everybody else is doing, which is entertaining. There's no reason why 99% of everybody is entertaining. And when you want to have your voice be heard and say something, this is what we're doing. What is your character?
You want to get put through a table or something?
I mean, if you're going to be on TV, how many people actually want to put Tony Khan through a table?
Yo, that's crazy.
You don't think he should be put through a table?
I don't hate him enough. I do think the antics on social media, especially with the whole Jinder Mahal thing, that has to be clipped. But if you're gonna do that, you might as well be that character on screen. You might as well be the unlikable guy.
No, that's the problem. He wants to be liked. That's why he's always on TV. That's when he goes on TV. It's because he wants to be accepted. Why do you think he's trying to rub elbows with like fucking Kevin Gates and shit like that?
Do you think
he wants some kind of credibility? Yeah. He wants to be liked.
Freaking dude from Griselda, all of them folks. Do you think? And I didn't grow up during the early days of WWF, WWE. Do you think this resembles where Vince was before he came an on-screen character, where he didn't know, or where he was like a color commentator, but he was still owning, he's still
on
the
low
company.
Key in the back?
Yeah.
No, not really. No, I don't see that, because Vince was just doing the job that he did, like color commentary, or they had their Tuesday night interview show, like they had or whatever. But it wasn't until Mr. McMahon became a thing that's when it became a personality. Now, the thing with Bischoff and Khan is the similarity is that early on they both had a game plan, and Tony had a 3-year plan. Eric had a plan as well, and which was to bring about the NWO and all that stuff. And in those 3 years, they manifested themselves to bring us success. After 3 years, everything went to shit.
Yeah,
for both companies. It was just a downhill slope. For the most part, I give credit to Bischoff because at least he let other people book. Like he would have Kevin Sullivan, he would have Dusty, he would have Arn Anderson. Tony's not letting anybody do shit. He wants to do everything on his own, and it's like it's becoming a mess over there. So you got the talent, you got the money, you just not able to put together the proper stories to keep people intrigued, and we see little by little people are pulling away from it.
Yeah.
One last thing. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, right? Wasn't it Shawn Michaels that kind of like really started referring to Vince as the owner on camera? Wasn't he like the first one?
Yeah. He was like the early stages of DX and stuff like that. Yeah. Him and Brett was also
Did that come after the screw job?
No, this was
that
way
was
before that.
before
It
the
was
screw job.
before that, yeah.
I remember
Gotcha.
that was before. He used to call him Vin Man and all that stuff.
Yeah. Vinny Man.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of,
Oh, shit.
we don't got to spend too much time on this because I think this exhausted me going into the Royal Rumble. I was very excited for the Royal Rumble, very excited for WrestleMania season. And when the announcement was made and all of court documents was put out with Vince McMahon, I literally was not looking forward. The only thing I was looking forward to was being part of the watch party. But I wasn't looking forward. I was literally exhausted by the company that I grew up on, seeing what's going on behind closed doors, and not saying that like it's far-fetched for this to be happening, but for you to be as powerful as you are. When Vince did his interview with, what was the last interview that he did? Was it with Pat McAfee?
Yeah.
When he did the interview with Pat McAfee, I was like, yo, this is like a father figure. This is like, damn, he really raised us. And to hear his approach and like, yo, when it comes to business, this is
how you do it.
Yeah.
When he talk, you listen. When it comes to business.
And to see that you are not even to just be doing the things that you're doing, but to be as powerful as you are and leaving a paper trail like this, you are careless. To be texting,
mind you,
you are careless.
In your fucking mid-70s, you're doing this.
Not only that, what's more disgusting is you snitching on people in the text, you naming people, you doing all of this, and it's disgusting all across the board. But it's disgusting how you're handling it. You're I don't know what,
like he's invincible.
Yeah, you throw Johnny name in there. Fuck Laurinaitis.
Yeah, fuck.
You throw Brock name. You are naming people, incriminating people via text.
I think there was a referee too.
Via text.
There was a masseuse, a physical therapist I was involved in.
This does not go away, and you are one of the most powerful men in the world.
Yeah.
And you don't know that you don't. What the fuck was going on? I looked at Vince as someone who doesn't abuse drugs, who don't abuse any of that. But I'm like, is he on drugs? And my mom's was saying, like, yo, don't put it past anybody. He doesn't do. I'm like, his drug is power.
Yeah.
His drug is literally power. Look back to when he wrestled God.
Yo,
and then she was like, you see, God has a funny way of coming back.
Yeah, karma's a bitch.
So I'm gonna say this, right? I'm with you. Like, like I said, I'm a proud WWE fan. You feel me? I saw DX do what they did to Vince. I saw, like, for me, if I ever had to look back and say, maybe I missed something. When he was doing when Linda got put into a state of shock
in the wheelchair shit,
yeah, that's what made me say, hold on, he might not be right in the head. He might not be all. Then he went to go fight God. I read a report somewhere that he wanted to be he was trying to pitch the idea of being was it Stephanie's father or something? I mean, Stephanie's the father of Stephanie's kid or something like that.
She was gonna get
Here's my take with
his semen to impregnate her and shit.
Yo, my take on Vince is this, right?
Stone Cold on TV with a gun is crazy. He's got a gun.
When it come to Vince, I feel
no,
like
it wasn't Stone Cold. It was Pillman had the gun.
It was Pillman. Oh,
Pillman
my bad.
Gun,
yeah.
No, matter of fact, Stone Cold had the gun.
He shot it.
The bang thing. That was the other one. That was the one after.
Yeah, he pissed his pants.
He pissed his pants.
He had the whole kiss my ass. Like, okay. Like you said, his drug is power. It is so crazy because as soon as I saw the text message, heard all that, ironically, the first person I thought about was Diddy. Because in similar fashion, it's like, yo, these are dudes that you like, yo, you saw like, yo, these are like top guys and stuff like that.
Mm.
My whole thing with that is, who are the people that were complicit with all of this? Who were the people that were saying, yo, all right, I need this push. I need this rub. Allegedly, Brock Lesnar was a part of that.
I don't think that Brock is like, I need this rub. You read the text message. He's trying to re-sign Brock and say, hey, I got some coach for you. You know, like, it's disgusting.
Make you re-sign, though? Like,
I don't think that made him resign. I think Brock was gonna resign anyway, but it was like, if I could get some, like, whatever. Even I don't know, bro. It makes me uncomfortable even talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think right now the only thing that can like really like put this behind everybody is if Stephanie comes back.
I don't know. That's kind of tough because who wants to see a McMahon name anyway?
Yeah, exactly. They talking about getting rid of Triple H. You know, on the, like, fans are like, did he know?
I don't think he knew.
I think
even if he knew, I think he tried his best to separate himself from all that shit.
Like I put on the Facebook page for Turnbuckle Tabloid, plausible deniability. That's all he needs to say. I knew nothing.
How can you not know nothing and you're so close to the shit?
Everything could just be, hearsay, and as long as you don't get shit on you, pun intended, you're in the clear.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he
could be there to do work.
I could imagine. Like,
I believe
he could be around the kitchen and be like, I can't believe your dad is doing this in the building. It's freaking, But when it comes to lawyers, you'd be like, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
you don't know it. But one thing I could say is this before we go on to the next topic was, when you start hearing all this stuff and seeing it, everybody starts going through the history now. Now everybody's going through the WWE history like with a fine-tooth comb,
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing that, like, the fetishes that this man was into actually played out on TV for such a long fucking time that you saw, the Braun Panty matches, like you said, the Kiss My Ass Club, the shit like he would with Trish Stratus,
God.
All this like I said, white man wealthy shit. This is like far beyond what the fuck I would even know on the spectrum. I'm more surprised. I'm not shocked that it occurred. I'm more shocked that you were doing this at 75 years old. You're a grandfather,
married man,
and fuck the marriage shit. That shit was a fucking. That shit been long dead for the longest time. They don't call him the generic jackhammer for nothing. Like, he was for real. Like, he was still out there doing it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like, you gotta clean that shit up. That you can't. That's you leaving a trail, and then you texting like you fucking 14. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong?
And it's like, I don't know where we are in 2024 where people forgot that you don't talk on phones,
right?
You don't text, you just don't talk, right? And
I never understood people doing that shit in emails, man.
But they all, like I said, it's just because people up in that level of wealth believe they can't get touched, and you gonna get touched.
Yeah.
And if the feds find out one way or another where that money, do I think Vince is gonna go to jail? No, I don't think so. Do I think Triple H is gonna get fired? I don't think so. I think right now Triple H is putting together a plan, a creatively it's been a success for TKO, that they're loving it. Bringing in The Rock has helped, which, by the way, shout out to Marcus who called that shit out fucking last episode of putting him to putting The Rock on that stage.
Yeah.
But even that, you had such a great week where the Netflix deal was coming in for Raw and such, and then this shit comes out, and the only thing that is now pushing us away from even wanting to even think about what's going to be down the line, the Vince McMahon stuff, is Rock headlining fucking Mania with Roman, just so that we don't have to deal with that stench that's happening behind the scenes.
And thanks for that transition.
Yes.
Because
our final topic, Rock
has come in, did the original Uso dance. He put his Samoan hoodoo, voodoo, bad juju on the fucking WWE, and look where we are. Get it. This is a big match, big money match. We all want to see it. And I think the reason why they can't push it back to next year is because you see how he walking out there. You see how he breathing out there. He's in great shape, but I just don't think that he's in great ring shape. And I told you yesterday, if him and Roman have a match, this match won't go over 22 minutes tops.
Get the hell out of there. I believe it even goes 15. I don't even think it goes 15.
What?
No, they're not going for. So the fact that, they're even teasing this, I don't know, bro. I don't think this is our final topic of the recaps. The Rock, his influence, the Samoan dynasty, they are here to take over the WWE literally. I really believe they had a Samoan hoodoo ceremony.
Yo, stop it, son.
They've been doing it for years. When the Usos came in, they was throwing the salt.
They need to bring that back.
I mean, it worked. It worked. That was the voodoo that they was planting from years ago.
Can I respond?
They now own the WWE.
I find it real disrespectful how you talking about the great one. I'm sorry. We talking about The Rock. See, like this I'm saving who I'm bringing to the ring in a few minutes. We got to stop acting like The Rock is doing something bad here. He's not. For what it's worth, he's saving the company. Let's just call it what it is. Due to what we just spoke about, the fans clamoring for this match, he's literally putting
the fans are clamoring for this match, brother.
Have you been on?
Have you seen what the soldiers are looking at?
And
we want Cody hashtag now, bro. Like
disgusting.
It's not looking good for it. It's got two. It's not split.
It's split, bro.
Go to the comments, bro.
Go to YouTube. It's at 500,000 dislikes.
Yeah, I saw that.
To 89,000 likes.
It's split in your mind. It's not split in the world, bro. Nobody.
Disgusting.
And I'm torn. I get what you're saying when it comes to him saving face for WWE. We can do this in so many other ways. You have Cody Rhodes, who is like. Is it because The Rock is a black man?
No, I just don't like. I don't like people who are getting booked as Superman. That shit is ridiculous.
So The Rock hasn't been getting booked as Superman every time he came back. Every time he comes back, he's thrusted into a main event story.
He should have beat CM Punk when he came back that time around. Yes, I disagree. That's one of my biggest. I mean, but at that time, who was gonna beat CM Punk for the belt?
It shouldn't have been The Rock. Whenever he wants to come back. We love The Rock. I love The Rock. He's the biggest WWE star ever. Period. He's one of the greatest. I don't know, because if we speaking on technicality, Austin can be considered the greatest. But when it comes to Rock, I don't know. Things weren't said, so I don't want to just jump out there and then be the fan who was swerved. Right? So what it looks like is happening. If I can take somebody else's words, they cucked Cody Rhodes.
Listen, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna jump into the back break faction. Cry me a river. I want to see all Cody Rhodes fans read it and weep. Okay, y'all had the Royal Rumble last year. I don't think that Cody should have won back-to-back years. It's crazy to me that we have a list of back-to-back winners You got Hogan, Austin, Michaels, and Stardust. Okay. That's how, I'm sorry.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
OD.
I'm sorry.
OD.
Like, how did we get here?
You're saying, how did we get here? Look who you just called him. You called him Stardust. This is somebody who literally helped create the competition to WWE.
He's never been a world title contender, bro.
We never thought that we would see in this era a competitor to WWE. Cody Rhodes did that. Right? Come on, that's very dismissive. Very dismissive.
Bro, he's
It's
a
almost
brilliant,
passive aggressive, if you ask me.
he's a brilliant mind. I'm not taking that away from him, but now we're just gonna elevate him to the Michaels and the Austins of the world.
He's that good. He's Dusty's kid, bro.
God,
He's really that good. And he speaks with passion. People can imagine a heel turn for Cody Rhodes. Oh my God.
And mind you, he has a black kid. He's just a common man. Working like no other can.
Imagine you're gonna like him when he turn heel. You're gonna be putting your ones up for Cody Rhodes.
But think about it like this, though.
Stop it.
I already said, listen,
You're gonna get an American
there's
Nightmare
an
tattoo.
Easy fix to this. And I've already booked it numerous times here. Easy fix. Roman works 2 nights. He works night 1, night 2. Night 1, he wrestles Cody. Something happens where the bloodline tries to run in to help, like they did last year. Rock comes out, interferes, that stops all that nonsense. Roman gets upset about that, gets confused and upset about what's going on. Cody hits the crossroads, boom, 1, 2, 3, he's a champ, boom. Next night on night 2, Roman comes out bitching, complaining that he would still be champion, but if it wasn't for The Rock, that would still be here. And Rock comes out, calls him to the table, and says, "Listen, you don't need a title to be the head of the table, but you know what? If you really want to test who's the real head of the table, we fight tonight." There goes your.
It works. It works. But the one thing that you're forgetting is that he already put it on record saying, "I'm not finishing the story at WrestleMania."
And he could switch it and say,
he
can switch it and say, what I didn't say is night 1. This is my fantasy. This is my fantasy booking, right? He's the Royal Rumble winner. He doesn't have to make an announcement. We can do something completely different where he makes his announcement the night of WrestleMania.
Right.
That would be new.
He doesn't have to. There's no rule saying you have to make your announcement by this time.
Right.
He can literally make his announcement after. It's still WrestleMania after The Rock beats Rome. After Roman beats The Rock. So there's many avenues we can go with this, but the way that they buried that title with him in the segment, him going for the title after Roman disrespected him, after he said, "That's the title that my father lost. I'm just going to step aside and give it to The Rock."
Yeah.
No. The story does not make sense. And I understand you're a big Roman fan. The story,
I'm an honorary Oos, yes.
The story just doesn't make sense. And I need the story to make sense. I cannot watch a WrestleMania or even pay for a WrestleMania where Cody Rhodes challenged for the World Heavyweight title and it's not Roman Reigns.
Well, let's just say, like we said, the stink of what the old man had going behind him and the injuries that played into it also was that big hiccup that occurred. We knew that The Rock and Roman was going to happen, but we didn't think it was going to happen like this, But yeah, there has to be the reason why you win the Royal Rumble is to have a Mania match for a title. Some may say it's Seth. No, we're not. I mean, it's pointless. I don't see that. I don't think it's necessary. It's warranted. I think Seth has other stories that he could play out on Raw without Cody being involved in it. But now, like I said, it's easy booking if they do it right.
And now you got people. Look how big Cody is. People are begging him to challenge for the title. Even Roman kind of try to bait him in.
Logan Paul wrote it. He said, "We want Cody." That's his hashtag.
Yeah, come on. All right, let's maneuver through. Any final thoughts on The Rock?
That wasn't enough.
All right, cool. Bathroom break faction.
All right, listen. This gonna be.
Should I start it off? You got it?
Yeah, go ahead, man. I need to
watch me. Liv Morgan.
Oof. Yo, you gotta stop.
Liv Morgan.
Stop, my nigga. Like, this whole episode, You've been on one, bro.
Liv Morgan. Did you see that crowd reaction to her being number 30?
I think it was because they were anticipating somebody else.
Cool. Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful.
Shout out to your Christina Aguilera dirty outfit.
You got me defending Liv Morgan.
When she comes on, it's just like, why am I interested in this? And then she eliminated Jade.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That didn't make any sense. With a whack ass, what they call that finisher? What's her finisher?
I have no idea.
We don't even know the name of her finisher.
It's been so long. The Oblivion. Was it her finisher?
She needs to move into Oblivion. Liv Morgan is now added to the bathroom break faction, and she hasn't even done anything since coming back from the Royal Rumble. We haven't given her a chance, but I just don't see where she's going to be thrusted in. I don't want to see her in a championship picture. What is she going to tag with some random person, some new random person? What story can we tell with Liv Morgan? Why are we invested in Liv Morgan?
I agree.
Because she's pretty?
I agree that story-wise, it's going to be hard to place her somewhere now. When she was current, when she had a little bit of momentum on her side, at worst, she could have been a Final Four competitor had she not got caught up in that fuckery that she got caught up in. Right? But I can't this is why I respect Jinder Mahal. I can never count out someone who's won a world title. She's won a world title, I think, twice now. She's won Money in the Bank, that for sure, and she's won the SmackDown's women's title. She's also a tag champion. Granted, that might not hold no merit, but
so did Alicia Fox.
Yo, hun, you gotta chill, bro.
Like, what are we talking about?
You gotta chill. We're not talking about Natalia here, bro. We're not talking about Natalia. We're not talking about fucking
Don't disrespect Natalia.
I mean, Brooke. We're not talking about we're not talking about what's Shorty with the knock knees?
That's a crazy intro. Welcome into the ring, Shorty with the knock knees.
I can't remember her name. The Samoan joint.
Oh, Tamina.
Yes, yes.
I used to love Tamina.
Wow, it's crazy.
Auntie. That's Auntie.
She's
everybody Auntie.
Let me introduce who I want to bring to the bathroom break faction. Meechin. Oh Lord, shit. Meechin. Yo, I swear. I was so distraught seeing that she got the main event slot on last week's SmackDown. Like, what we doing? What we doing? Red, I know you don't like the term jobber, but she jobbed out for Tiffany Stratton.
Of course she did.
Okay, cool.
Of course she did.
Bathroom break.
She did the job, as what they would call it. She did the job.
Another member to the bathroom break faction is the entire LWO.
Oh,
the entire LWO.
I actually thought they had a good match with the Fatal 4-Way tag match.
Can you tell me the last time they won a match?
That doesn't matter, really. What are we doing? Power rankings like AEW?
I'm sorry. What am I gonna miss if I'm not present to catch it?
Yeah, I mean, actually, I believe the team that won shouldn't have won. Are you out?
Yeah.
The team that won shouldn't have won. That was my opinion.
They're talking about
Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
I think that's a setup for the Raw winner to face. That's a
still out.
That's a segue to kind of like elevate.
No, I get it. I'm a Pete Dunne dude, so I fucks with Pete Dunne heavy. So, but wow, LWO shit,
entire LWO. Wow. My boy Santos said, "You know what? I see the writing on the wall. Let me get back to my roots."
So my man Birdo. Man Birdo.
That's a name. Yo, come on, sir. How much times y'all gonna change it? He gonna be Mr. Birdo now.
Watch my man Birdo.
They gonna call him B.
Shoot. I mean, I'm throwing Bobby Lashley in there as well.
Yo, Red,
I'm throwing Bobby Lashley in there.
I'm not even gonna let him finish that. Who you bringing, bro?
No, I'm throwing Bobby Lashley in there because he don't need to be leading the Street Profits. What him as the leader of the Street Profits make no sense. He's horrible on the mic. Horrible on the mic. He's not believable. Bobby Lashley sucks. I can't wait for them. Not in the ring. on the mic as a leader of a faction. You give me back these suits. Give me back these suits. Bro, you are a wrestler. You are a wrestler. You talking about a suit?
I thought I knew
For
you.
what? Look worse than a Street Profit suit.
I thought I knew
He
you,
looked
bro.
like he had a Steve Harvey suit on. The Street Profits look way better without Bobby Lashley. They
Listen, he
walking
got
out.
that from Joseph A. Bank.
Listen,
Remember that
they
shit?
are walking
Yo,
out
stop it, man.
following
You
Bobby
ain't
Lashley.
Joseph A. Bank, bro.
Listen.
I thought I knew you, bro.
You thought wrong because
Bobby,
if
you don't like Bobby Lashley?
not him, not them painted on eyebrows. They need to get him.
That's crazy.
They need to get him out of that faction.
He got the J.
He is killing the Street Profits, and then they add BFAP to there. Throw in the bathroom break too. Throw in the last stall, handicap stall. Throw in there, roll ass in there, and don't give him no toilet tissue. The hell wrong with them?
So for my bathroom break, it's gonna be whatever faction they putting together on AEW with this Jay White Gun Club, acclaim combo bullshit, bruh. Like that shit is just cringeworthy at its finest. It's bad enough that for the longest time we're getting scissoring over. Scissoring. I go to indie shows and dudes be like, "Scissor," I'm like, "Yo, get the fuck out of my face with that shit." But now you're getting Jay White, a man who held titles in Japan, a man who was supposed to come into AEW to be killing it, to be involved in this buffoonery with Billy Gunn and Max Caster and fucking come on, man.
Can we put some
gotta
respect
do
on
something.
Billy Gunn's
We
name, man?
We got to do something. No, you got to put respect on it. Man is what, I think 60 or something.
Still going.
Phenomenal. Looks amazing compared to what Sting looked like. Yo, dog. Which, by the way, get ready because Sting and Darby are going to win these belts.
Oh God,
they're going to win the belts. Why?
I think so.
And then so that they're going to drop the belts to the fucking Bucks at Evolution. So,
God forbid, knock on wood. Sting is looking like he wants to die in the ring. Shit.
It's like he's dragging the back now to the ring. It's like,
yo, stop.
He's leaving a trail behind him. It's like,
Bro, Sting is
oh, geez.
Sting is 85 years old, jumping off his shit.
You know what? Martin Luther King. What is it? Muhammad Ali. 175 years old. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
That's you know what they do, like the Vikings, that they just take them when they die, they just put them in the little boat and then light it on fire and just push them into the sea. That's what Sting needs to have. Just push them out to the sea.
Yo.
Just go, man. Done. And then after that, Darby could go climb fucking Mount Everest, which he wants to do anyway. So
okay. Now we come to the final part of this illustrious ride here. Bro, I'm like flabbergasted, bro. Y'all done said so much that I'm going to be thinking. I'm going to be
drink it in, man.
Yo, we gotta go to the Pop Culture Rumble. I got so many contestants. Who I originally had. I'm gonna start it off. So, for those of you listening for the first time, Pop Culture Rumble is a moment where we bring any and everybody to the ring who we feel like needs to get a couple stunners, pedigreed on some thumbtacks, put through glass, real glass, shouts out to Chris Jericho. I ain't gonna lie, I got 3 people that I want to bring to the Pop Culture Rumble. I ain't gonna be long-winded. Mark, I gotta bring you to the ring.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. Yo, today, yo, when you said Bobby Lashley, yo, what is that, man? You really don't fuck with Bobby Lashley?
Not as the leader of the Street Profits. This was a promising group, and I think he's
bullshit. Bro, I gotta give you an RKO.
He's messing up this group, bro. They about to job out to the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
I gotta give you 2 RKOs for that. We gonna talk all for that. But who I originally wanted to bring to the pop culture ring, Mick Foley. I don't know if y'all saw this recently. Mick Foley.
I did.
Mick Foley recently came out and said for his 60th birthday, he wanted to lose 100 pounds to get in ring shape to have one final death match. My nigga, y'all talking about Sting dragging the bat and all this other stuff. Bro, anybody who gives a fuck about Mick Foley who's listening to this shit, please stop that man from doing that.
Yo, he walks like he's a question mark. Like he's all linked over and shit.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah, he's just like,
I'm still in that. But please, Mick Foley, love yourself. It's a miracle you even still like. I don't want to say alive, but like, if I remember correctly, wasn't there a time where he was like in a state where he could barely move?
yeah, this is what I'm saying. I saw him live, and like the worst thing I've ever seen was him try to get into a ring, and I was like, he's gonna break. Like it's like his body looked like as though like it was any moment he could shatter because he couldn't move. Mind you, a couple of months ago, I saw Jimmy Hart, the manager, 80 years old, got on the apron like if he was fucking 20 years old still. Like he was able to put the knee up, get up. I was like, good for him. Mick, they had to get him like a fucking step ladder with a chair.
He came to the ring with the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. It's
MVP.
bad. He didn't know that shit, that chair that goes up on the steps that
Yeah.
raises you up. And all that,
The shit that they have in churches and shit like that.
Just to put him in the ring.
They'll do anything to keep them old people money.
And I'm gonna swing it to Red after this. My final call out. All you Cody Rhodes fans.
Oh,
Eat shit with hot sauce, okay? Bring it. I will see y'all at Philly, and I will be wearing full bloodline attire, 2 1s in the sky, reading and weep.
wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Y'all could all get speared. Y'all could get the Samoan spear spike combo, reading and weep. Just for old sake, y'all could get the Dusty roll, the bionic elbow. Y'all can get all that. Read it and weep. I'll see y'all at Mania. Red, floor is yours.
Well, the obvious would have been, of course, the old man that should get it, but he's already getting brought through the mud these past days, and it's well deserved. Fuck him. If all this is true.
If he defecating, what's mud to him?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go with, since we are in Black History Month. And I'm going to say that it's not a person, it's not a place, it is a thing. And that thing is the word woke.
Okay.
I gotta bring that word into the ring. And I blame us as a Black culture to bring this up on society, because rather than just say that we're knowledgeable, we're educated, and we are very in tune about history and our culture. We needed this word to basically express to other Black people and other people of color to say, you need to wake up and know your history. Now that word has just been bastardized by the YTs and has been used as a platform just to denigrate us.
It's become a culture.
It's a heel now.
It's a heel.
Woke is a heel now. Being smart and knowing your past is now we're heelish now. So, yes, I do say that I could initially say that this can be a cage match. This can be a cage match because we have to finalize and get it done. That we have to escape this fucking word.
Get out.
We have to get away from here.
You gotta get out.
Yeah, we gotta
stay woke.
Yeah,
We gotta stay woke with woke.
We gotta stay woke with woke. And as
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Yo, Time out. Wait, I'm sorry. You cannot.
You
No
can't.
Hogan. No Hogan. It's Black History Month, bro.
At the end of the day, we need to hit at least 2 Hurricanranas as signatures, and at the end, pile drive this motherfucker out. Let's get rid of this word, and we need to stop our people from even using this shit anymore, and find something more, more defined to show that we are.
Do you like conscious?
Yeah,
No, that's getting overly used too with the self-help books. Just
Yo,
I'm saying, nah. Why do you need to tell? Why do you need to tell yourself? Why do you need to tell yourself and other people, I'm knowledgeable on this? Just show that you're knowledgeable.
Just show it.
Have the conversation.
Yeah.
People are selling themselves, right? And they're selling themselves short. So, are you done?
Just when you think they ain't got the answers, I change the questions.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So, who I'm bringing down to the ring?
oh my God.
It's not a person as well.
Oh,
People work here. I'm not going to prolong it. Capitalism, brick and mortar stores. Right? Now,
You have to capitalism because that's Cody Rhodes right there. Bro.
brick and mortar stores. Now, for some time, I'm like, oh, the robots are coming. They're gonna take these people jobs. I'm on the side of the people. Everyday people need to work.
Okay.
They need to work. In 2024, all across the board, motherfuckers are doing a horrible job. You don't get service anywhere you go. You go in a Target, they hiring nothing but hood niggas. They are settling. There's no onboarding process in no workplace.
See, I'm glad we can agree.
You
on
go
a
to
good note.
Sweet Green is supposed to be for the elevated folks.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be the Chipotle of salads.
That's a first.
I go into Sweet Green or order on Uber. They get my order completely wrong. Didn't send me anything that I asked for and say that they couldn't refund because they have been processing too many refunds in the past.
They told you
They'll take
oh, hell no.
this feedback and try to do better next time.
Drink it in, man.
I go into the Target. Nobody's working. I'm thinking this person is on their lunch break at the counter in the electronics section. And then they treat you like shit. They clearly don't want to work. People, and it's not just these 2 stores, but these are the most recent experiences that I've had.
I'll just to piggyback. Have you ever been to a Best Buy?
Yes.
It's worse.
Nobody is working. There is no company. When I got hired for ShopRite, right? I knew this wasn't going to be a career.
Paper.
It was money. But with the onboarding process, there was a connection to the job that they try to make the employees feel. We do this. We have a union. These are your benefits. This is the history of ShopRite. This is to make you feel a little bit connected to the work that you're
Nobody
doing.
ever cares about the history of the company.
I mean, I understand that, but it doesn't seem like these folks are being held to the standard of the onboarding process. They're not being checked on it. The managers suck. The managers can't speak. Nobody is working. You know where I go to have a good day? Or if I'm having a bad day, to fix my good day? Trader Joe's. Those are the nicest
Get
people.
ready to suck it.
Checkout cashiers are the nicest people that you'll encounter. If you ever having a bad day, just go to Trader Joe's for a chocolate and have those people greet you. You know, they'll make it all feel better. But everybody else, DX invasion, blow the building up. Damn. I'm on the side of the robots from now on. All you motherfuckers who don't got your credentials and feel like minimum wage is the way to go. I'm sorry for all you folks who need a job. But you motherfuckers who's working in the Targets, who's working in all these other places just for a check and don't feel the need to give people service.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm coming through there. I'm smashing the beers on your head, hitting you with a stunner. We gonna have a Stone Cold Booker T match in the supermarket. I'm putting you on a conveyor belt. Last ride from the top of the escalator.
Yo,
that's how I feel.
Booker T him in the supermarket pouring milk on his head.
Milk, flour.
I ain't gonna lie, that felt so.
They
racist.
need to be feathered and tarred. The disgrace to call yourself an employee.
I'm so happy we agreed on something today. Like we ended it on a good note, agreeing on it. Yeah, like I agree. You hit the nail right on that. Like, yo,
nobody's working.
I'm team self checkout. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like dealing with lines are gonna happen, but asking somebody, yo, do you know which is the best computer in Best Buy? And they say, yo, go ask that person all the way over there.
Oh, they send you to Geek Squad?
What are you here for?
They send you to Geek Squad.
Geek Squad not even geeks anymore.
That's a fact. So I agree.
Well, guys, let everybody know where they can get your socials at and where they connect with you guys these days. And I'll make sure to put the hyphen between Marc-Baze.
Please don't forget the hyphen.
So where are we at?
That's MARC_BAZE on IG.
And you can find me at Rasslin Reem. That's RASSLIN REEM. As in, man, Mark was on one time. I'm sorry, like, yo. This was your signature episode. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, shouts out to Red for dubbing me Rasslin Reem. So find me on IG. I'm there with it.
Yeah, guys, when we come back, much to talk about, or if not, we've already did a lot of talking on this segment here. But don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around. Much to talk about. See you guys in a sec.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.